we're going to ask you to share. We're going to ask for 2 volunteers to interview each other. Most of the CPI alumni are in volunteer-based organizations, and we know that's hard. There's a 1-pager in your folder that says how to manage volunteers. Looks like that. I think we took a lot of this from other volunteer management kind of checklists that we have found. Something that comes up quite a bit is having a pledge sheet to help volunteers understand really clarity about what they're being asked to do and when they're done with it. So I know there's not a lot of you here tonight, but if 2 of you would like to talk about your experiences or challenges with managing volunteers, this is the space we're making.
Hi, Betty. My name is Anne. I work for a community association in the Chestnut Hill neighborhood, and we are looking to formalize our volunteer program. Right now, we sort of do it on the fly. When we need somebody, we send out an email, and that's pretty much how it goes. And then we thank them over email, and that's pretty much how it goes. So I'd like to hear about Belmont Alliance Civic Association, how you handle volunteers if you have a formal program. Why don't we start off with that? Do you have a volunteer program?
Well, thank you, Anne, for asking. Yes, we do. All of the Belmont Alliance Civic Association board of directors, our committees, our pop-up volunteers, we're all volunteers. People that have interest in what we do. We have the same mission and goals. So,
and how do you, all our board is, and our committees are volunteers as well. I have a very, very small staff. But how do you, for events or fundraisers or cleanups or different kind of things like that, how do you get your volunteers? Do you have like a cadre of them, a list of them that you just reach out to, or do you have to go looking for them?
That's a very good question. When I first started out, you might have seen me at the event with my table, my information. People walk up and ask, how can I help? And from that point, we started creating a database where we can literally call in folk when we have special events. If they want to man the tables, or they want to be on the cleanup committee, the setup committee, or the cleanup committee, and it's their choice. So we can literally call them in at any point in time if they're available. They're very, very, very welcoming, and they come on board and help out.
Great. And do you use any kind of software or anything besides your database to manage who comes to what and what committee they're on?
Well, the database is basically using an Excel spreadsheet, because you want to work towards the person's strength. And you want to put them in a category where they said, I'm best at.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
like I stated, if they want to sit on the board, if they want to sit on a committee, or they just want to randomly volunteer for special events. So you have that different categories where you can call upon them, you get their name, the address, and their email. And
how do you acknowledge your volunteers? I know we're at the 2-minute warning. So.
I know.
Yeah.
We once a year we have an event where we invite all the board members, the committees, and the volunteers, and we buy them lunch.
That's very nice.
We take them out to a restaurant and give them a certificate of appreciation.
Excellent. Thank you very much. That's really helpful.
Well, thank you.
Just one last question. How many volunteers, excluding your board, how many volunteers do you think you have?
Oh, wow. I want to say at least 15 that I can call upon outside of the 8 board members that we have.
Mhm. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
Sure.